No matter what your job is, you're going to benefit from knowing one or two AI or tech skills. That's where Udacity comes in. DCR is sponsored by Udacity. Want to learn skills that command higher salaries so you can stack more sats? Udacity is an online learning platform with courses in AI and tech, and some blockchain as well. Udacity removes the guesswork from DIY learning so you can learn what you need and optimize your time. When you learn with Udacity, you're actively learning and practicing exercises and projects. Udacity is consistently ranked as the top skill development platform because it uses real-world projects and human experts to help you upgrade your work. Udacity just launched a master's degree in AI for under $5,000. You can get the Master of Science in AI. For a better job, better opportunity, and more confidence, check out Udacity today. The tech field is always evolving, and you should be too. You can try Udacity risk-free for 7 days. Head to udacity.com/DCR and use code DCR for 40% off your order. Once again, that's udacity.com/DCR for 40% off. Make sure you use our promo code DCR so they know we sent you. If you've shopped online, chances are you've bought from a business powered by Shopify. You know that purple Shop Pay button you see at checkout, the one that makes buying so incredibly simple? That's Shopify. And there's a reason so many businesses sell with it, because Shopify makes it incredibly easy to start and run your business. Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. Shopify gives you that leg up from day one with hundreds of beautiful and ready-to-go templates to express your brand style, and forget about the code. Tackle those important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. Spread your brand's word with built-in marketing and email tools to find and keep new customers. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/DCR. Go to shopify.com/DCR. Shopify.com/DCR. It's 8 a.m. Eastern, December 9th, and this is your daily crypto report. Bitcoin is up slightly at $90,599. Ethereum is up slightly at $3,137, and XRP is up 0.5% at $2. Well, Bitcoin is holding around $90,000, trading in a tight range as crypto markets slow ahead of Wednesday's Fed decision, with analysts stressing that Jerome Powell's guidance and the Fed's projections will likely matter more than a widely expected, already priced-in rate cut. Total crypto market cap has slipped to roughly $3 trillion amid thin liquidity and low conviction. ETF flows show rotation rather than full de-risking, with Bitcoin ETFs seeing about $60 million in net outflows on Monday. BRN's Timothy Miser notes are suggesting early-stage recovery signals, stabilizing active addresses and rising transfer volume, but still weak confidence. Nansen's Aurélie Barther expects the Fed's long-run rate to stay near 3% in its projections, and says Bitcoin is likely to hover around the $91,000 area immediately after the meeting unless Powell's comments materially shift the macro narrative. Well, Circle has secured a money services provider license from Abu Dhabi Global Markets Financial Services Regulatory Authority, paving the way to expand regulated payment and settlement services for businesses, developers, and financial institutions across the UAE. ADGM, a special economic zone with its own legal and regulatory framework, which CEO Jeremy Allaire says are essential for trusted stablecoins and internet-scale finance. Circle's stock closed down about 2% on Monday and is down 22% over the past 6 months. While HashKey Holdings, operator of Hong Kong's largest crypto exchange, has launched the city's first IPO by a dedicated crypto exchange, offering 240 million shares, with trading set to start December 17th. At the top of the range, the deal could raise about $215 million. 24 million shares are reserved for Hong Kong investors and the rest for overseas buyers. With the offer closing December 12th and final pricing on the 16th, HashKey plans to deploy around 40% of net proceeds into product innovation and infrastructure over the next 3 to 5 years. The listing lands as Hong Kong tightens and clarifies its crypto regime, with virtual asset service provider and stablecoin licensing now in place, and the SFC recently allowing licensed platforms to use shared order books to tap global liquidity and deepen markets. Well, U.S. prosecutors say 22-year-old California resident has pleaded guilty to participating in a RICO conspiracy, admitting he laundered over $3.5 million for a social engineering syndicate that stole around 4,100 BTC. The scheme, which ran from October 2023 to May 2025, started as a group of friends on online gaming platforms across several states and abroad, and evolved into a structured crew of hackers, organizers, target identifiers, callers, and residential burglars who use stolen databases to identify wealthy wealthy crypto holders then cold-called victims pretending to secure accounts while actually helping drain them, including from hardware wallets. The stolen crypto funded lavish spending on nightclub services, luxury goods, cars, rental homes, private jets, and even private security. The California resident is the ninth defendant to plead guilty in the case, will be sentenced on April 24th, 2026. And finally, Tether has joined AMD Ventures, Italy's state-backed artificial intelligence fund, and others in a $80 million round for Generative Bionics, a spinoff from the Italian Institute of Technology building physical AI humanoid robots to take on dangerous and physically demanding tasks in factories, logistics hubs, healthcare, and retail. The year-old company plans its first production-ready industrial deployments in early 2026, targeting environments designed for humans where traditional robotic arms fall short. For Tether, the deal is part of a broader push into AI, robotics, and digital and physical infrastructure, alongside its Bitcoin mining and other AI bets. That's all for us today. Visit us at dailycryptoreport.io and listen to us everywhere else you podcast under Daily Crypto Report.
Hi, it's Reese Gorman, congressional reporter and host of the brand new podcast On Notice. This is the new podcast from Notice, the nonpartisan newsroom covering politics and policy in Washington, D.C. Each week, I'll bring you real conversations with members of Congress and those who make the Hill run. And it's packed into just 30 minutes, so you can learn a lot without taking too much time out of your busy day. Join me for On Notice. That's Notice spelled Notus. Available every Monday wherever you get your podcast or on YouTube.
You might be curious what it takes, from equipment to general know-how, to make a podcast like this come to life. Maybe you're interested in making your own series as your New Year's resolution, which is why you should check out my show, Podcast Perspectives, the award-winning series hosted by me, Jeff Umbro, and produced by The Podglomerate, recently named the best podcast production and marketing agency by PR Daily. Podcast Perspectives explores the audio industry through conversations with the experts behind the podcasts you love. From the Washington Post, iHeart, Pushkin, Lemonada, and beyond. We discuss everything from how to produce the best series to how to monetize and grow your shows to reach more audiences. If you're looking for a place to start, check out our recent podcast predictions episode, where we bring on podcast leaders like Lemonada's Jessica Cordova-Kramer, Pushkin's Greta Cohn, Bumper's Dan Meisner, NHPR's Rebecca Lavoie, and NASA's Katie Conants to share inspiring takeaways for 2026. Podcast Perspectives is designed to be approachable and actionable for anyone, regardless of podcasting experience. So follow Podcast Perspectives with Jeff Umbro on your favorite podcast app today.